NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Lawrence will throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Philadelphia lost Brandon Graham to an Achilles injury just 2 games into the 2021 season. He had 8 sacks in each of the 2 seasons prior, making the 2020 Pro Bowl.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
A give to Etienne running right.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it will still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right.
That'll be complete to Sermon.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first down throw for Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards an... stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
ETN up the middle.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Keep that bombing. Keep that bombing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
Man open, here is Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. Second down and goal. Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Here we go.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
This is caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
That's taken on the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. He'll get this off to ETN.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Here we go. Set.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Right side, it's Manhertz, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Toss left side for Etienne.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Finds his tight end Ingram.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And that will keep this a 2-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Prescott off play action. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
The Eagles at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get to perspective. What's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the draw, here's Sanders. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go, 46, 46. Let's go, kill. Over 154 right here. Hey, kill.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This from 44 yards away. Oh, now whistles. And unless he was drawn off, and I don't think he was, this is going to be a first down. A pretty large mental mistake right there to give him the first.
It's situational football, and you have to know you're down in distance. On that 4th down, any type of penalty would give them a first down, so you can't jump off sides. You can't encroach. You've got to be careful.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Touchdown, Eagles!
Devontae Smith,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Stained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care. Hands a lot quicker.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Caught by Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Lawrence will throw. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like bats, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. 2nd half will start with a run by Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen, getting in there defensively.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Prescott going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Pushes him over. A big play there for Philly. 77 yards. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time. and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Sanders.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Sanders again.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Goes right back to Smith again. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Hey, 47. Hey, kill. 47.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Kill.
4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Lawrence to Jones for the Jacksonville 1st down.
1st down by Marvin Jones Jr., and he's got over 300 of those in a career now in its 11th season. He's a guy who just plays so well season in and season out, always averages about 50 to 60 yards a game, and is well respected in the locker room. One of those players that everyone wants in their lineup and wants in their organization.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lawrence going to throw again. They'll drop that underneath to ETN.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Now Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. ETN is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
On play action, Prescott. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At the 40.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 42 yards.
And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Why?
Prescott. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Hey, kill. Here we go to 53. Here we go, 47.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion.
26. Here we go, 46. Hey, 47.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Chad Muma.
But there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
On play action, Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Looking downfield for Jones. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
That's to his running back, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On first and 10, it's Lawrence.
Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw on second and 10.
Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Man open, here is Jones. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
Lawrence.
He'll find Jones again, complete. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On second and goal, Lawrence toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
On third and goal, Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Got it. Hey, exit.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that...
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now Sanders. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Kill. 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Jags come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close them throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for the Eagles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week